Alrighty, good morning, afternoon, good night, wherever you guys are. We have got, there's a Falcon place, we've got a 31 and a 31, both RB30 turbos, both E85. Now with Jordan's cars, you guys do know, this car I don't actually understand how the flip it's still going. It makes absolutely no sense. Jordan, it just keeps like, yeah, it's fine. So that's been the absolute approach for that vehicle. Even though things haven't been fine, but it's still fine. But we're going to today check how much boost it's got, because no one actually knows how much boost is going through this car. Now it's got a Motec, it's on the 85, it's got a S4E42 turbo from what I know, cut and shut front facing plenum, like the stock one. No idea what size injectors, because he bought this car about maybe leading to 3 years, and it's not his beta, but it looks like a beta because it gets driven, parked, and then just it's at the next event. So it's basically had no oil change. I think it's had maybe like 2 oil changes this year, maybe 3, and it's done a crap ton of events. So that is the spice. Not much spice, but enough spice. Somehow it keeps going. I don't know how, but we're going to check the boost, because that's the best. So we're going to ask a couple of the boys what they reckon boost wise, and we're going to chuck in a gauge, and we're going to go for a rip and see what it does. So yes. While Den Dog brings the car out, we've got Archer V2 coming along. It doesn't look like anything spicy, but it has the absolute heart of Archer in there. And yes, it's got a back end cut off, because we're going to do what we've done to the other car. So yeah, it doesn't look like much, but anyway, 31. I'm going to ask Coop how much boost. How much boost do you reckon?
At least 1.
No, like seriously, because it's definitely more than 10 PSI boost.
15.
So Cooper scores 15. I'm going to ask a couple of other boys. I'm just going to show them a video of how it runs, because there's only 2 or 3 of us here. How much boost do you reckon? Well, I'll give it a squirt. And then we'll see. Before I drive it, what do you reckon? 15 now. Okay, so both the boys are thinking 15. I'm going to go for a squirt, and you tell me how much you reckon.
Yeah.
15, you reckon? I might need a passenger actually. I feel like climbing in because the door is broken.
I'm in.
In is in. Alright, this is our gauge now. It's an old drift gauge. Big squish. Okay, it does move somewhat. So unfortunately we're not going to be able to work out the absolute result. We know 1 bus 14, so. Oh, we're broken!
Too much boost and Gucci.
So yeah, I reckon we unsecure it and just hold it.
Yeah,
And I'm thinking about 22 at least, because I have had that turbo on a Falcon, and I know what noise it made at 10 PSI, and it sounded nothing like that. This is first gear.
that definitely went like close to 1.5.
1.5?
Well, it bounced off the bottom, I'm pretty sure.
Oh gosh. Alright, so we're going to get ourselves a bit of an extra stretch of tarmac to get a second gear and a third gear pull, because it's that bumpy in the car park. So we've moved the car to another location so we can do this. Alright, so second gear, so second.
Definitely pretty close to 1.5. if that's 14, probably about
Look,
16, 17.
look, this is definitely not the same car that it was a little while back. Could explain why it's old enough to give off. So I'm going to review the footage right now, and we're going to work this out because it's obviously quite hard to. We've got to watch where you're going because it's a fast vehicle, fast station wagon actually. Honestly, I definitely expected more than it was one bus. It's probably about 15, 16 PSI boost, which is not as high as definitely what it sounds like. It probably, the fact that it's only that much, that's probably explains why the engine's still staying in. But yeah, at full noise, it just doesn't sound fully right. Like it's screaming, but it sounds like it's yelling. It's not actually. I don't know how to explain to you guys, but it's like motor's yelling, but it's not actually increasing in power or speed. It just kind of basically like a 4K Corolla, like a pushrod engine that torque and power is gone, but just still revving because it has no limiter. It does have a limiter. Don't feel like touching it, but I'm going to run the video of it hawking past and for the boys and try and get their reaction and see what they reckon. All right, so Jordan and Scotty are here. How much boost do you reckon?
18 PSI.
18, Geordie.
I'm going 22.
22. All right, so I mean, Jordan obviously drives the car every event, and that's what you reckon. It does sound way rowdy, but it just sounds too much, more than when we got it.
Oh, definitely.
Because Brody did a thing and upped it. I don't know how it hasn't exploded.